We're going to kick off with the Haktua girl, okay? So, for some of you guys that have been living under a rock, this girl went viral. You want to tell them a little bit about this one?
So, there was a street interview a couple weeks ago, and this girl was asked a question about how she would maintain or keep her man happy. And her response is quite literally, Haktua, spit on that thing.
Spit on that thing.
And that went viral everywhere. And it's crazy because in America, I can't think of any other race, Asian, Latino, I could say that and go that viral. I mean, we've seen girls say...
Asian girl said it. I think she would have been
Really?
viral too, yeah.
With the accent?
Yeah. I love you a long time. Bro, that shit will go viral too, man.
Okay, maybe. Anyhow, long story short, she's been opted for podcasts, documentaries, and I'm like, this level of degeneracy is on display, and people are welcoming it in their homes to say, this is actually funny. Which I understand it is funny, but to what level is it funny? So this whole breakdown we could watch right now on video, on Twitter actually, of her saying certain things that were said about her. And it's crazy because she's being offered a documentary about her lifestyle from one phrase. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, let's play this Twitter video and then react, and then I'll give you guys my take on it.
People are weird, man. Just saying, people are weird.
All right, go ahead.
Like, goddamn, bro.
I don't know if they could hear Bill's.
Yeah.
About 10 months. But
Okay, so let's start explaining her.
That's false. I worked in a spring plant for about 10 months, but I don't work there anymore. But I'm not a school teacher. Did I really get fired from my job? That is false. I quit my job to go travel.
Pause, real quick. She made one comment, bro, that went viral, and she quit her job. Now, us as men, let's be real here. If that was you, Myron, you made a comment, you went viral, within a week, would you quit your job?
Hell no.
Bro, I'd be like, shit, I'm writing this shit out to the wheels drop.
Yeah, I'm not.
But
I'm not
1 week later, quit your job. That's crazy.
Yeah, for making a ridiculous. Yeah, okay. Keep playing.
It's tough, bro.
It's wild.
I'm not an industry plant. It was not planned. Every bit of it was just there right in the moment because I had to ask what that meant. So that's false. Am I really making an OnlyFans? That's false. I'm not comfortable doing that ever. So no, that's false. Did I really turn down Playboy? That is true. They reached out to my friend Chelsea wanting to include us in some of their stuff and we turned it down. So that's true. Was I invited by Zach Bryan to perform with him? That is true. And I sung Revival with him. But I was not at Luke Bryan's concert throwing bras at him because I haven't worn a bra in 3 days. But it wasn't me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, this really goes to highlight like how you can become an overnight celebrity thanks to social media and the advent of the internet with relatively little to no skill. And, you know, if you look at influencers that blow up a lot of times off of viral moments, I would argue that the majority of them are females. And it typically happens off of like some type of sexuality, right? The Haktua, what is she referring to? Obviously, we know what that means.
Blowjob.
Yeah. And obviously the frenzy is linked to sex. And, you know, this kind of sucks for females, right? Right. You look at someone like a Candace Owens, right? Highly respected, very intelligent, able to articulate her points, doesn't sexualize herself whatsoever, which is why so many people respect her and admire her work. However, when a woman is smart and is able to articulate herself in a certain way and has good takes on certain things, they have to fight this invisible barrier of what I call like the sexualization. Like you have to beat the stereotype almost that like you're not an idiot, you're not a talentless bimbo. Yeah, you offer some type of value outside of your sexuality, etc. And that's what you have to kind of deal with as a female influencer in the beginning. And it's kind of like a temptation because the easy path to success is always to sexualize yourself. This is why you look at female Twitch streamers, you look at females in general that are big.
E-girls.
9 out of 10 times, what are they doing? They're sexualizing themselves to some degree. Whether it's on a minor level, like a Pokimane, where she'll do it like covertly, right? Where she'll like bend over randomly and do this. Or it's another girl, like, you know, like an Amaranth or some shit like that has her tits out and just like is playing video games and they suck. Like, these girls are all sexualizing themselves to some degree, right? And Haktua Girl is nothing different than that, and that's why I find it interesting that like she's gotten all these offers, right? You said something about it. I didn't even know about this documentary,
bro.
I know that they had reached out to her about like being on reality TV and everything else like that. and she said something about starting a podcast, which I always laugh because every single girl I meet says that they want to start a podcast, and it's like, you're not interesting enough to do a podcast because, honey, understand this: it's long form content. You have to be able to speak and hold people's attention for more than 20 to 30
I just
minutes.
wonder, what's it going to be about? Blowjobs?
Yeah.
like what are you talking about now?
You know what I
at this
mean?
point?
Like every single girl I've ever seen that starts a podcast, right? Especially if it's off of the back of some type of sexualization, it never lasts.
Yeah.
Every girl thinks they could be call her daddy.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
they didn't even last. Like, isn't it one chick that's there now? It's not even both of
They
them.
split up, had a huge fight. I think for her though, I'm happy that she got some level of like, I want to say fame maybe for like herself personally, but to actually benefit from this, I want to say phrase that she said, is it going to last long? I don't know.
No, and she's always gonna be known as a girl, which is the
And
crazy
she doesn't
part.
like that, by the way. She's
Yeah,
like,
she
you know
hates
what?
it. She hates
I
it.
hate this image about myself, but you know what? That's her because that's the MO. Whenever I see her, that's all I think about.
It's very difficult to get out of a fame box. So like Kim Kardashian, to this day, guys,
Yeah.
one of her biggest criticisms is you weren't famous for a sex tape. So all of her accolades, becoming a billionaire, becoming involved in the fashion
It's tainted.
industry, becoming, very respected in the beauty and cosmetic and aesthetic industry. Like that is all overshadowed by what? You had to do a sex tape to become famous. It always will follow her and hurt her. And to this day, she cries about it. She's with her kids there. Oh my God, etc. The kids have seen the sex tape. It's terrible. And for any man that's going to date her, right? Why do we see all of her relationships fail? Because that sex tape always comes back to haunt her. So what have I always said, right? Fast money or overnight success typically comes with slow problems. Mm-hmm. That was what ends up happening for women when they sexualize themselves. This is why I have such a great deal of respect for Candace. She never did that
at all.
And that's why she stood the test of time. She's been around forever. People respect her work. And if more female creators took that route where they use their brain versus just using their body, people would respect them. People would take them more seriously, and they'd have more followers. And the thing is, I always look at it when I look at a female creator. I look, what is their demographic? Most of them, 90% men.
Men.
You know when I respect it? When the majority of her followers are females.
Bam.
That's when I know that it's that. Or it could be guys, but they're watching her from an intellectual perspective, not because she's showcasing her body all the time.
Good point. So I asked girls around Miami and girls I know, for example, about this girl Hawk Tua, and she made a statement, "I'm not doing OnlyFans." You know what they responded to me instead? They said, "Listen, bro, that's so dumb. A smart business move would be to do OnlyFans and capitalize off of what happened to her from the Bible stream."
Yep.
Now, I get what they're saying because that does make a lot of sense. However, that point of view is because all I think about is the money in the short term. The long term for her would be, okay, she does OnlyFans now, but finding a husband, later on actually having a family, she's viral, bro. That meme right there will mess up her whole life and OnlyFans. So it's like, what does she do at that point? Don't do OnlyFans.
I mean, she's kind of damned either way.
Either way.
Because I don't think she'll be able to
beat that.
To be able, I don't think she'll be able to build a platform off of like no one's gonna give a fuck really within a couple of weeks, right? These viral people, these overnight celebs, they typically don't last long, especially in today's day and age where we have social media, something new is breaking every single day, and people forget about you. Like this girl that on Twitter, she went viral, Lids or Lily, whatever the fuck.
That said N-word.
Yeah. She said something about niggas, right? And everyone went crazy, like, yeah, woo, right? And she went to the AFPAC rally, and then she got exposed for being a fraud right away. She debated Andrew Wilson's wife, looked like an idiot, and she even admitted to her, I don't really know what I'm doing.
Rachel.
I'm just like Rachel. Shout out to Rachel.
Yeah, shout out to her.
She debated Rachel, made herself look like an idiot, and she even said, like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just like kind of just here for the ride to make as much money as I can and get out. And that's what a lot of girls do, and that is by definition the grifting situation. But whenever you grift, right, you're on borrowed time. So
I just see a pattern here where it's always the white woman saying the most crazy stuff that goes viral, and I don't know why it's the white girl that it goes viral, but it just always does. And I just wonder, like, this is America where it's land of the free. It was supposed to be a Christian-based, I want to say, country, and whatever is degenerate goes the most viral, is in everyone's home, and that's what they see always.
Well,
and
the majority of people now aren't religious.
That is true.
So that's what it is,
That's
right?
true.
Sex sells, and it's I would say it sells now more than ever before.
Yeah.
Thanks to it being all over the internet. It used to be you have to go to a one of these like porn shops or something like that to
Magazines.
get a Playboy magazine or
Yeah.
something like that. Like now, it's just so ubiquitous in society that it's like you can literally just go on your phone and literally see naked chicks immediately, right? On Instagram, it's basically softcore porn. Twitter, it's there. Shout out to Lucas Gage. They banned him on X, right? For making political comments. But you look on Twitter and there's a bunch of like pornography on it, and I'm like, what the hell? This shit needs to be banned. I don't think it should be allowed on X, but that's me.
To your point, there was a page on Twitter. I forgot. It was Kira, one of those pages, right? Those big meme pages, or whatever.
Oh yeah, Kira tried to come at me. I cooked them.
And he was beefing with Violet Myers about her OnlyFans. That whole debate, bro, was basically her trying to defend her wholeness, and he roasted her, bro. I forgot who it was. I don't know if it's Kira, probably somebody else, but it was hilarious to see on Twitter. But,
yeah, man, like the whole OnlyFans industry and pornography all over X is ridiculous. I don't think it should be on there. I don't think it should be on any social media platform because kids have access to it.
I hate when they comment on one of the posts that's actually not even sexual.
Yeah, and then they're saying like link in bio and this them nude.
Come
and
see
I'm
me
like,
here.
what
I'm
the
like,
hell,
nigga,
bro?
who are you? Like, you know,
bro, I blocked them immediately.
It's
because the problem is that if you click on it, like they'll show you more of that shit. So I'm like, nope. So I like block that person so I don't see their shit ever, man. It's annoying, bro. I don't want to be looking at prawn while I'm on X. Like, sorry, I know it's called X, but it's not that type of X, stupid. So, all right. So that the Hakuto girl, what's your predictions on her then? What do you think?
So, like I was saying,
I predict in 2 to 3 months she'll be irrelevant again.
I think for her, man, like it's hard to say because in that moment right there, she was totally viral. But like you said before, after a couple of weeks or maybe even a month, people forget.
Bro.
And what's the next biggest thing?
Now, if she didn't do that country concert thing, people would have forgot. I think that's what kind of revitalized her, being on that country concert thing where she was on with who's that artist?
Zach Bryan.
Some shit like that.
Country
he brought her on, and that helped a bit. And then she had an interview right after that.
Look at Ice Spice. Back in the day when she was popping, bro, her shit was everywhere. She was going viral. You're a munch, whatever, all that stuff, right?
Her listens have dropped off precipitously.
It is almost like non-existent.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow. But then again, did she build a low fan base, or did she have like a hot music in that moment?
Yeah,
it goes away, man.
Grand opening, grand closing, man. And that's what happens in the social media world where people have TikTok brain, right? It's like in and out, right? They're like, oh well, I'm bored now, whatever. So that's the importance of like how you come in is how you're gonna go out a lot of the times, man. If you come in on some sexual bullshit, and here's the thing people need to understand, right? So, and this is for female creators. If you guys, because there are good, I'm shocked at how many girls watch us. Like almost 10% of our audience is female.
Yeah.
If you're a female creator, man, and you come in on some sexuality shit, you're not going to last long. And the reason why you're not going to last long is a new girl turns 18 every day. And there's going to be some other girl that's willing to do what you're not willing to do. So since there's another girl that's willing to do what you're not willing to do, people are always going to want more. And this is why, like, when girls get into OF or they start getting into Instagram and they start putting the pictures of their body, it's never enough. Guys always ask for and want more. And whenever that happens, you might not be willing to go to that level, which is fine. Good. You have some decency. However, there are girls who don't, that are younger and hotter than you, that don't have the decency and will do it. They have less of a dad than you do. So with that said, just keep in mind, easy come, easy go. That's why it's so important to have a brain, because if you have a brain and you're able to add value, right, you're going to be heads and shoulders above these other females because most of them can't.
We know a girl came on the podcast twice. Big OnlyFans girl, huge back in the day. And she's now going somewhat broke because the things she did in the past, the buzz she had by being this hot, attractive girl, are now seen as, okay, we've seen enough of you already. Who's next up from these simps that pay her money? And as a result, she didn't innovate by getting into real estate, all these things, and she's at home depressed, crying. And it's like, what do we do now?
You want to tell the people who it is?
Nigga, you gonna want me to say it on camera, nigga?
I don't know who the fuck. You know,
Nigga, you know who it is. D. The one that you fought with at Moxie's. Anyhow, the point is, these women come into the scene, hot and ready, and leave cold and alone. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the bank.
Oh, Danny Banks?
He knows now.
Oh, shit, Danny Banks?
This nigga, bro. This nigga, man. Anyhow, what's the next topic, bro?
Hey.
Oh, yeah, we got a
this nigga's like,
Hey, she in her 30s. I'm not surprised, bro. Like, yo, what I tell y'all, man? Like, you got a finite amount of time for you to go ahead and exploit the simps while you can as a female, bro. Like, there's always a new girl coming out that could do a better surgery or whatever, especially when you go into the BBL game and you get into, like, the surgery game. That's a L, bro. That's a L automatically. So, any female creators out there, man, you want to get into the podcast world, you want to get into this social media stuff, please don't sexualize yourself. Use your fucking brain. Dress modestly. Be different than these other chicks.
Yes.
Because trust me, you can get replaced very easily if you're a dumb bimbo. Okay? Use your brain, not your body.
Is there any way Hawk to a girl can have a long I want to say a long run in this Clout game right now?
Nope.
Any way at all?
I think the only way that she'd have to get on with a legitimate conservative creator, assuming they would even want to platform her.
Gotcha, bitch.
And
Maybe
get pull from that audience. But I don't think anybody would.
Man, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. How the world is now, you never know. But we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, she got all mad at when we were did the Access Vegas thing because she was like trying to give me attitude and shit. She was like, "I'm popping," and on my head, I'm like, "Bro, nobody gives a fuck about you. You a porn star, bro."
Yo, State Center really rubbed it the wrong way, man. Marquette.
Oh yeah, because she got mad at him, right?
Yeah, I'm like, come on, man.
Okay. So next story, guys, we're gonna move on to criminals telling on themselves.